Welcome back to the farm. So today it's Sunday and I thought I'd show you something a bit different today. We've got a machine to bed the cattle down and also to feed the animals as well. So it does silage and it also feeds straw as well. So I'll show you here, it's on the back of the tractor at the moment. It's a King Feeders machine, which we used to have a long time ago. And this is a slightly larger model. This is the SD8E. They also do a 10 as well. And there's the much larger now, the Typhoon 22. So the high capacity straw blowers. King Feeders is the company who supplied it with us. Shout out to Andrew from King Feeders. They're all the way from Cheshire, anyone from that part of the world. And this is called obviously the Hurricane 8. And it's got a electric control box here for your ramp on the back. I'll show you up front. PTO is how it's all powered. It's got the flywheel and everything. I'll show you how it all goes in today's video. And we'll bed the cattle down and we'll also feed them as well with this monster of a machine. Alright, so the company who make these are actually an Italian company, and they're called Supertino. So if you have a look down there, you've got all the different ranges, the Twister, the 4, the 6, and it all goes all the way up to the 10, and now they do the Typhoon. This being the 8E, weighs 3 tons, just over, and it's a 2016 machine this was made. So it is a second-hand machine, but it has done very little work. And you'll see up front, one thing I like about this machine is this is a chain drive system on the PTO. So heavy duty chain in there, which then goes to the side and then powers the drums, which I'll just show you now. The control box is in the cab. That is how you put your bed on, put everything on. But yeah, it is a really good monster machine. There's the twin drums, and there's also got the finger bars at the top as well, and then the bed on the floor. But one thing which is really good about this machine, I do like so far, is it's very good on silage bales. It just eats silage bales like you wouldn't believe. Never seen a machine do that, and it is side discharge as well. So if you're feeding out a lot of silage and you've got the chute on the top, the swivel 360, you really want a side discharge machine for silage because they won't block up because of the way they throw the material out. Whereas with a swivel machine, it's very difficult to feed out silage because it has to go on a 90-degree sort of levitation and then throw itself out. And it's all right with straw, but with silage, they always say you're better off side discharge. And then we've got our gear system here, so we'll feed some straw out. At the moment it's on silage, so it's in the low mode, and then if you push it all the way, that's now in high mode for bedding down animals. Now we haven't got our cattle in yet, so we'll be bedding down, and then once they're in next week, we'll be feeding with this machine. So we'll take it across the road and then we'll load it up like we used to all those years ago with some bales, and then we'll put them through and see how the tractor copes bedding down the animals. Just flick the hydraulics on. So what you want to do, got our bed, this is for the chain, forwards and backwards, and then you've got our up and down on the ramp. So if we just flop it down, that'd be about right, and a little bit up. Again, turn the tractor off, don't want to waste any diesel. Then the bale will sit on here, and then it'll be lifted up into the chamber. So what we'll do, we put the bale of straw in there, so we'll bed the animals down, and then the bale of silage behind will feed out afterwards to some of the animals in the yard. One thing which would be really handy would be a reversing camera in the chamber, so I can see where my bales are. So I'm trying to find one online which I can fit in the week, just to see basically where we are with the bales in the machine as it's going down, as it's working. It would be quite handy, so that's something I'm going to do soon. So I'll put you guys outside and show you just how this machine works bedding down. See there, that's Hector bedded down. He's in his element, but I love that the machine has pushed the straw all the way back to the wall, so over the next couple of days he can just push it about, play with it, and it gives him a nice bed at the back of the building. So that is a benefit to this machine. It will throw it a fair way. I've had it 60 foot when we demoed it from one side of the farmyard to the other, and yeah, it was just unbelievable. So really good go on the straw, brilliant. So now we'll do the silage. So the silage bale is in there, and once I get the camera in there, I'll know when I've used the straw to go to silage, if that makes sense. Go, that's the bales fed out. It just feeds them really easily. You see that's empty now, the straw bale and the silage bale, so you can bed down and then just go feeding, or flip it around to it, vice versa. But as I say, you know, the main advantage of this machine, the reason why I really like it a lot, is the way it feeds silage. It's just fantastic the way it feeds it, and it's such a consistent flow when it's feeding the silage out. There's just a very simple flow. The bed is set, so you never touch the speed of that, and it will do silage and straw on the same speed. The only thing you have to change, just as I showed you earlier, is the lever from low to high. But yeah, just feed silage out really well. It's so much easier than using the teleporter to feed the cattle with the tombstone trailers, which we put the silage bales and the ring feeders, all that sort of thing. But it is more efficient using this machine, I found, and also you don't waste as much straw. And all the straw, you can blow it to the back of the bull pens, and they utilise their straw a lot more basically throughout the week. So it's efficiency really, and this is a very efficient machine. I'm looking at doing bed and breakfast cattle in the future, with fattening cattle and buying some stalls in, and this will basically allow me to expand the farm in my own way, basically how I want to do it, and it just works so well. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to King Feeders. This is a second-hand machine, and this isn't a paid partnership. I just really like this machine. and we used to have the smaller ones, but because this one's so much bigger, it's a much more heavy duty machine, you can really utilise the horsepower of a bigger tractor. Now on the Typhoon, the Typhoon 22, which is the biggest one they do now, 22 cubic metre machine, the gearbox on these is rated to well over 200 horsepower. So it is a very heavy duty bit of kit, and they're not that well known in the UK, but I tell you, they are built proper, and anyone who knows us knows we like things built proper, and you know, we do like something which is built to last and can be rebuilt. So yeah, with that, it's a good bit of kit, and I hope it lasts for many years. Keep the bearings greased on the gearbox, topped up on oil, and it should be good to go. The blades as well, this has already been at another farm doing silage, and it's still on the original blades. They're absolutely fine, sharp as anything, and I'm sure you'll see this working on the farm over the next couple of years when we're feeding cattle and bedding down, and yeah, it's just really happy we've invested in it and gone for it. So yeah, thanks for watching, keep liking and subscribing, enjoy your Sunday evening, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you in the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Ollie's Farm video.